Hello students, today we are going to start a new chapter optics. Now before starting this chapter optics, please go through the videos on electromagnetic waves, as throughout our discussion in this chapter optics we will use several definitions and several properties that are already discussed in electromagnetic waves. Now optics deals with the behavior and properties of light waves and several other electromagnetic waves. It also includes the construction, working and study of several optical instruments like the telescope and microscope. Here in our course we will study the behavior and properties of light waves only, that is only the visible spectrum, where the wavelength of light will vary between 400 and 700 nanometer approximately. Now, as I have said, we will study about the behavior and the properties. By behavior we mean the interaction of light with the traveling media and to the changes introduced in the traveling media. And in properties we will study the properties of light as well as the properties of medium that is responsible for a particular behavior of light. Like, for example, consider two media having refractive index mu1 and mu2 separated by a boundary. Here the dotted line represents the normal to the boundary surface. Now a ray of light which is traveling in the medium with refractive index mu1 will continue to travel in a straight path unless until it interacts with the boundary separating the two media. Now after interaction with the boundary, this ray, apart from traveling in the straight line, will bend away from the normal or towards the normal. This phenomena of bending of ray is called refraction. Also, the bending of ray towards the normal and away from the normal depends on the refractive index of the two media. Like, if we have mu2 greater than mu1, then the ray will bend towards the normal, and if we have mu2 lesser than mu1, then it will bend away from the normal. So the property due to which we have this refraction phenomena of light is the refractive index of the media. Optics in our course is divided into three subtopics. First one is the geometrical optics, second wave optics, and third the quantum optics. In geometrical optics, we will study the behavior and properties of light considering light as rays, while in case of wave optics, we will study the same considering light as waves. And for quantum optics, we will study the behavior and properties of light considering light as particles. Quantum optic topics we will study while covering the modern physics. And here in this chapter optics, we will continue to discuss about the geometrical optics and the wave optics. Now the question comes as when to use the geometrical optics approach and when to use the wave optics approach. To answer that, consider a very small point source and consider an opaque sheet placed in front of this point source having a hole such that the diameter of the hole is very large as compared to the wavelength of the waves or the rays emitting from this point source. Now, as the diameter of this hole is very large as compared to the wavelength of the wave emitted from the source, then what will happen is that the ray of light emitted from the source will travel in the straight line through this hole, and if we place another sheet in the path of these traveling rays, then it will form image of the hole on that sheet. These rays of light emitted from the point source are traveling in the straight line through the hole only because the diameter of the hole is very large as compared to the wavelength of the wave. So in this case, we will use the geometrical optics approach and we will treat light as a single beam or as a single ray and study its properties. In this case, the wave-like properties became insignificant only because the dimension of the hole or the opening are very large as compared to the wavelength of the light. So whenever we have a condition such that the wavelength of the light is very small as compared to the dimension of the objects, then we will use geometrical optics approach. As for wave optics, consider again this point source and an opaque sheet placed in front of it having a hole with diameter d. This time this hole diameter is equivalent to the wavelength of the light emitted from the source. Now what will happen in this case is that the ray of light after passing through the hole will be diffracted in all the directions. This is happening because the wavelength of the light emitted from the source is comparable to the dimension of the opening. Here in this condition we will move forward with the wave optics approach and we will consider the wave-like properties of light and study the properties and other phenomena based on Huygens principle, and we will deal with properties such as interference, polarization and diffraction, which are typically the wave-like properties. Now let's discuss about the dual nature of light, that is the behavior of light as a particle as well as a wave. Now for the wave nature, the development of electromagnetic wave theory and Maxwell's equation clearly shows that the light is a wave. Also, it is confirmed by the experiments like Young's double slit experiment. Also, there are certain properties like interference, diffraction and polarization which can only be explained considering the light as a wave. Also, there are certain phenomena which can only be explained considering the light as a particle. For example, the photoelectric effect, which says when light rays from a source is directed on a metal plate, then the metal plate, after absorbing energy from the light wave, and emit electrons, and this emission of electrons is also discrete, not continuous. This experiment led to the conclusion that energy and momentum are transferred via massless particles called photons or quanta in discrete packages. This experiment proved that light behaves as a particle too. Also, there are certain properties that can be explained on the basis of both the wave nature and the particle nature, like the reflection and refraction phenomena. So, the conclusive result of all these theories is that the light sometimes behaves as a particle and sometimes as a wave. Now, the question comes which model to use and when. So, whenever we have the wavelength of the light as comparable to the dimensions of the objects, then we will use wave model, and whenever we are talking about the energy delivered by the photons, then we will use the particle nature of light approach. Hello students, please give your queries and questions in the comment section. Also, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel to be regularly updated with the latest uploaded videos. Thanks.